Inspector General Horowitz, you've stated several times today, both in your opening statement and in response to questions, that you did not find documentary testimonial evidence of bias that influenced the FBI's decision to conduct these operations. But Mr. Horowitz, is not the lack of evidence that you're talking about itself evidence of bias? Isn't the lack of evidence on bias evidence that we really should take as bias? But it's, in any event, it's certainly not itself indicative that no bias occurred. Isn't that correct?
As to the opening, which is in a different place than the FISA issues that you've identified and I talked about earlier, I think it's two very different situations. On the FISA side, we found, as you noted, a lack of documentary testimony evidence about intentionality, but we also noted the lack of satisfactory explanations and, in fact, leave open the possibility that, for the reasons you indicated, it's unclear what the motivations were. On the one hand, gross incompetence, negligence. On the other hand, intentionality, and where in between, we weren't in a position to, with the evidence we had, to make that conclusion.
My point is,
I'm not ruling it out.
Your lack of evidence here is not evidence that there was no bias.
I'm solely basing it, correct, on the actual evidence that we have.